You know what? I think it's interesting that a woman was here earlier, and I was able to talk about the work. I can always talk about it compositionally, and I can always talk about it color, you know, or mood, but I can never really talk about it in terms of what it means. Because what is that? Why is it up to me to decide? I mean, I painted the picture. You know, why is it up to me to tell you what it means when you're the one looking at it? It's your interpretation, right?
Well, sometimes there are...
What?
You know, you have very specific things on your mind when you're making a painting.
But
there have been points in your life when you have.
Well, sure.
Not
But that
always.
doesn't mean I need the viewer to see what I'm depicting visually. I mean, I don't think it doesn't necessarily mean they need to know or have to know or agree with the perspective I laid down. It's just out there. You decide, you know. And you either connect with it, and you think, okay, yeah, I get that. Or you say, whatever, I don't get that, you know, and you move on to the next one. She's like wise. You know, she's been there, done that. And she doesn't care anymore about any of that stuff. These gals, some of these gals, they're still searching. They're still trying to figure it out. She's got it figured out. She's got it figured out. And I could talk about that. And I could talk about that today. And it was really kind of liberating. Because I've never really talked about my work that way. And maybe it's because I'm wiser now. I'm past all that. That's what this painting is. This is my marker. This is my marker, honey. It's my own little personal marker. I laugh a lot. But it's something else. You know, when I painted for shows, I paint them, and a lot of times they've sold quickly, so I haven't spent a lot of time with them, and so sometimes I don't even know what I've painted, if that makes any sense. Like, it's a process. Like, when I'm in front of the canvas and I'm painting, and it's part of the process. And so you're not talking to the woman who created the painting. You're talking to the woman who was the painter who created the painting. I mean, I can remember the experience, but you're not talking to this person who had that dialogue with that canvas. I mean, I'm not that person anymore. I'm the one who's going, oh, yeah, okay, isn't that nice? Oh, look how that curve, you know, matches this, and this is like repeats, and these are the same size, and you've got threes, and you've got this diagonal. I mean, I can go all there with all that. Compositionally, you know, why it works visually for me. She's so nice. That's so nice. It's nice to be able to spend time with them. I mean, that's the one thing the Artie's show does, even though, I mean, obviously do not have a big crowd. I could just kind of hang out and read the pages of my diary here, and oh yeah, okay, I see where I'm at. I'm in a good place. I can go there. I can stay here for a while. Somebody said, it was Marilyn Pittler. She's like, last year, you need to tell more stories. Because I think I got into a sort of a making pretty paintings. And I think these two do that. And maybe even that one there too with the candle and the letter. That one definitely does it. I don't know what that one's doing. It's kind of crazy. You know. As I was taking art history courses as a young artist or a young learning artist, you know, you study the famous ones, and then they always point to certain pictures in history. This was a major piece. This was a major piece created by this artist for whatever reason, and it signaled a transition either in their own style, or it signaled a culmination of the styles that were happening at the time, politically or socially, things that were happening. And so they're like markers in art. And as an artist, you know, I don't know that I necessarily strive to do that. Oh, I'm going to make a major piece, but I think you recognize it when you're close. And I think for me, in this body of work, this piece and this piece are close in that progression towards, you know, maybe making the marker, oh, in this part of the career, here's where she was, and this signal, the transition. And a major piece too. I mean, even, I don't know. I guess at some point, some artists, you know, they want to be you want to inspire other artists. You want to be that catalyst that someone sees it and says, I want to be a painter, or I, you know, here it is. Here it is. And then there's other work that's, even though good, and it is a culmination of my talents and expertise and composition and color mixing and all that jazz, you know, aren't maybe as, they're not markers. They're just nice paintings. And there's okay, that's okay too. Takes a wide variety.
Of all the paintings that you've created over the years that I've known you, where are most of them now? I mean, are they in storage, or
no?
Is this what remains?
What I have is what is here. They have found their way. I mean, I have hundreds of paintings and hundreds of homes, nationally and regionally. I have some nationally, and one guy has one all the way in Australia. Now, I don't know if anybody else has moved out of the country and taken their painting, and that may be. But I know for certain one painting's in Australia. That was that triptych. The guy was, you know, had his watch up. So, I mean, that's a good feeling. It's a good feeling that I'm not just out here la 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 painting, and I just have to keep holding them here. You know, I'm not holding on to all my work. It's people are connecting with it. They're bringing their own life experiences to it. You know, they're saying, hey, that makes sense to me, and I want it. I want it with me. I love it. I mean, I need that painting next to me and surrounding me, and I need to be able to see that. So that's good. So that's good. It's all good. And I think they're priced well. So that's why they go. Bing! I'm not some highfalutin artist. Yes, each painting is $1,000, so I can keep them forever.